Not often I get to bash someone from the right side of the aisle, but hey, I'll take it where I can get. And personally, Gavin McGinnis is someone who I think warrants a bashing or two, even if I am a small fucking channel. But as we all know, the right and the left have no consistency in a subject. I'm pretty sure the second it is beneficial to them, they will throw you under the bus so fast you would think it was the Flash pushing Eric Cartman under that bus in that one South Park episode. And not everyone on the right is like this, but there are ones who have no problem making a scapegoat out of nothing and just making very blatant, stupid statements that make it pretty obvious they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And one of these is Gavin fucking McGinnis. Now, this was a guy I used to like. In fact, if I had to guess where my hatred of baby boomers come from, he probably contributed to it at the start. But aside from the ones I'm related to, but this guy is like he's kind of like the right wing equivalent of wokies. Now, whenever I listen to a dipshit wokie insult people, they sound like those vapid bitch girls you saw in high school that everyone wanted, and you kind of looked at now like, why did they like her? She was awful. She was horrible. And I look at wokies and I'm like, they're that, and all the guys who were that way, but they never grew up. Gavin McGinnis is kind of a parallel. He's like probably a popular kid, not a jock necessarily, because I tried looking up. As far as I can tell, he wasn't a jock. He was in a punk rock band, apparently. Like, he was that kid who was probably popular in high school and never grew out of it because he still thinks he's important or whatever. When honestly, the morning dew was probably more important than him. That's Gavin McGinnis. And the fact that this dipshit attacks not only anime, but video games is really unsettling. And this whole anime for pedo shit is bullshit. Just because people like anime does not mean they are fans of the playground, you dipshit douche canoe canuck. Seriously. Like, I'm so sick of this narrative. Like, this is why I say whenever you see these dipshits come near us, whether it be left or right, yes, no, strike them down with fire and fury. I don't care if you use a hellfire missile, figuratively speaking. Like, they are insufferable because, like, Gavin McGinnis is the Jack Thompson of the problem. Like, you have the Anita Sarkeesian and the Zoe Quinns who infect within, like, the traitor that Cicero warned about. And then you have the Jack Thompsons who are the outside attacker. Like, both of these should be struck down viciously and without hesitation because they are both a cancer and a detriment to our existence. And I said this before and I'll say it again. I am not left or right fully because, honestly, both have pissed me off at some point or another. The right, in the 90s and early 2000s, they tried to argue video games lead to violence. Which, by the way, dipshits, if video games led to violence, why are we not living in Mad fucking Max right now? I actually would want that by now because it means your vacuous asses would be long gone. I wanted to hear your voices. But then you have these dipshits on the left who do the same thing, but they come from the argument of, oh, it's hurting us emotionally. It's teaching boys to see women as objects. No, it doesn't. Ethos do that. And I don't even see them as objects. Objects have value. So, yeah, Gavin McGinnis, go fuck yourself. Like, this is the same guy who said video games have no merit, no usefulness, no significance to society. I'm pretty sure every man, woman, child, and babushka plays a fucking video game now. I haven't fully played a game in months, and I still plan to at some point. You know, as soon as another good one comes out, which is about as rare as Haley's Comet, it seems, because now the standard for video games is trash. Still, this man is a full of shit. He is a shyster. He not a con artist, but he is a bullshitter. And considering this guy for some reason went on a live stream with Nerd Rock and them, and then had to take so bad it caused them to yell him into leaving. Kind of said all I needed to know about him in hindsight because yeah, I kind of figured that would happen from what I remember because I think I might have heard he was gone and I might have thought at the time, you know what, this is probably gonna go about as well as RuPaul at a Klan rally. But yeah, turns out I was correct, and it's fucking fine to remember in hindsight because again, this guy's a douchebag from high school who never grew up. He has probably always looked down on nerds and nerd culture, and that hasn't changed. It probably never will. So yeah, fuck him. The left and the right, they are not your friends, nerds. They are our enemies. Some of them we get along with because some of them, it's a bit like religions. There's certain people from Islam I like, there's certain people from Christianity I like. But then there are others from it who if they showed up to my front door, I would feel a sudden urge to punch them in the throat because I know they probably want to kill me. The only difference is how they kill you. One kills you outright to your face. The other one poisons you from within. You know, like a female serial killer or Jane Toppan. But yeah, that's what I thought on Gavin Guess is comments like anime is not it does not make you a fan of the playground. Like lots of people have enjoyed anime for decades. Anime is not just for kids. You brain dead retards. Like this is like saying comics are exclusively for children. They're not. There have been lots of comics made that adults enjoy. Now, Watchmen, I would not trust a kid with that shit. If anyone who does, I question their sanity and also their right to be a parent. But that's another thing entirely. And that's where I'm going to end the video, actually. Yeah, no. Gamagas is full of shit, as usual. And I feel shame knowing there was a time when I took this Canuck douchebag seriously. That's where I think I'll leave my sentiment on the thought. Have a nice day, and remember the game was rigged from the start, and the world is full of douchebags.